Yo, what's up guys? My name is Nooses and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a compact minion farm for those minions that produce blocks. Now this only applies to the minions that produce blocks, for instance like ore blocks, clay blocks, etc, etc. This does not apply to the farming minions or to mob minions. This only applies to those ones that produce blocks. But aside from that guys, this is going to be able to pretty much make a smaller footprint on your island, giving you a lot more space, a lot more space to pretty much build and do cool stuff on your island. Now the reason why I did this is so that I can figure out a way to pretty much minimize the footprint, because if you guys don't know, you can have a total of 20 minions on your island. Now I personally don't like or wouldn't like 20 minions to be laid across my entire island, because they would end up taking a lot of space. So what I ended up doing is I ended up figuring out that you can fit all 20 minions in this space right here. Now you guys can make it a little bit smaller by removing this middle layer that I've divided them by and putting them together, but pretty much it's a 20 by 20 radius depending on what you have on your minions. Now if you end up adding the minion expander, which ends up expanding it one more block, then it will be a 6 by 6 radius, which is indicated by these logs right here. So either way guys, you'll be able to fit it within this little radius. That's right, 20 minions inside of this radius. Now the way we're going to do that guys is by stacking the minions. Now if you guys don't know, you guys can actually stack your minions, and the way that I done it is that I end up building these cool little cages, you know, just because I like to have a little style and make it look a little nice and neat. You guys can design these however you want, but pretty much what's cool about it is the inside of it. Now these glowstones are to represent the minions that are going to be inside of this cage, and then of course the chests that are going to be attached to your minions. Now this is how it's going to look like on the inside guys, and then of course on the outside is where they're going to end up producing their ores. Now I have one set up already with it fully pretty much activated and filled, and this is pretty much how it looks like. Now if you guys can see, I have my cool little design cage. Now you guys can design that however you want, but I like to have a nice little log layout, and inside guys I can actually walk right underneath it and I can look up, and inside of here are all my minions. You guys can see. Now the cool thing about this setup is that if you guys get your pickaxe, oh, bam, if you guys get your pickaxe, this is going to make mining super easy, because all you have to do is just walk up underneath here and just aim upwards and mine all the way up. It's going to get a total of 5 minions that you guys can actually stack up on top of each other. If you end up adding a 6th minion above the layer, then you won't be able to reach the other ore that's going to be produced. So it's a total of 5 that you guys can actually stack together. So if you guys can see, it makes it super easy to mine the ores just by looking up and just holding your trigger button to mine the ores. If you guys can see inside right here, I also put a glowstone block so it can pretty much light up the ground, but I'm going to remove that, and you guys can see this is the way I have it set up. All my minions are in here, and here are all the chests, and they are pretty much cranking and producing ores 24/7 as long as they're there. Now what's so cool about this guys is that you guys, if you want to have it even more compact, you can remove this little cool cage that I personally like, and you can make something look like this. Now you can stack 4 of these next to each other as long as they're built separately apart with enough spacing in between, and then you'll just have a big giant block of ore floating in the sky. You'll be able to walk underneath it and do the exact same thing. This is pretty much how it looks like without the cage. And that's pretty much it guys. This is pretty much how you're going to be able to do it. So remember, the way you're going to have to build is you're going to have to stack 5 minions right on top of each other, put their chests behind, and then they will do the rest for you. Now I'm going to show you guys how to pretty much build this right now, which is super duper simple. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up taking my minions back. Let me see if I have enough room though in my inventory, and I'm just going to show you guys really quickly how to build this, just in case you want to put this on your Skyblock island. Alright, so what you're going to want to do guys is going to want to build a big giant dual layer stack like this. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 up, and it's going to be double layered. Now however you want to do it doesn't really matter, just as long as it looks somewhat like that. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to grab all your minions right there. Let me just drink another one of these, and then you're going to want to go 3 up. All right, so right here on the third one, oh I'm sorry, you're going to want to go 4 up. So you're going to want to remove 1 2 3, and then that is going to be right here where you're going to be placing your minions. You're going to place your minions 1 2 3 4 4 5. You're going to want to grab your chest 1 2 3 4 5, and then you're going to want to take this down, guys. Now your minions are going to say that this is placed, or that the location is isn't the most perfect one. Don't worry about this, guys. This does not affect the minion spawn rate of the ores. This just means that there's something interfering where they want to place a block, so which ends up being the chest. That's what's in the way, but it doesn't really affect anything, guys. And at the end of the day, you're really just missing 1 extra ore, but at the end of the day you end up saving so much space, and then you just leave them floating in the sky like that, and then they will eventually produce this big giant block, like I said, and you'll be able to mine it, and it's going to be super duper efficient because all you have to do is just go under here, look up, and mine it. Now this can be super cool, guys, because you guys can design so many cool looking things. You know, you guys can put a cool cage with glass on it, or be super creative, you know, get your Minecraft juices flowing. But at the end of the day, that's pretty much it, guys. That's all there is to it. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe if you guys enjoy this super efficient minion farm right here. And I hope to see this on your Skyblock Island. You guys can always add me. My name is Nooses, and peace out, guys. Be safe.